We're going to get started with today's work session in the town of Amherst, September 15th, 2025. I'm going to ask everybody to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, liberty and justice. Call for work session. So today's meeting, we're going to be honoring both today and at our 7 p.m. meeting, the former Chief Kent Richter, who was an active member of the North Bailey Fire Company for the past 45 years. Before joining the North Bailey Fire in 1979, Kent was active firefighter for 5 stints in both Snyder Fire and the Williamsville Fire Department. He was also a U.S. Army veteran who worked at the town's highway department for 40 years. So we want to thank Mr. Richter for his incredible service to our community and country, sending our thoughts and prayers to his family and friends of all those who served alongside him. I'm going to ask the clerk to call the roll.
No, we don't do
Not for
this.
work session.
Not
It's
for
my
work.
first go around here for our work session, so.
And you didn't need to read the in memory of, we
For-
do that at the regular meeting.
So for our public hearings this evening, we are adopting the local law amending Chapter 4 of the Town of Amherst. Is that a Bob McCarthy, which I
Yes,
think?
and Bob will be here in time for the meeting.
Okay. Then our seeker determination for the Millersport is our other 2 development review actions for this evening. Okay. So
It's both seeker and amending the zoning.
the general business, correct. Okay, so we are going to move right into our consent agenda for this evening. So Resolution 2025-778. Any objections to putting this on consent? None? Okay. Now, Resolution 2025-779 is withdrawn? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So we're moving to Resolution 2025-780. It's a change order for our construction services at the cafe. Any objections to putting this on consent? Okay. Resolution 2025-781, a geothermal well repair. Any objections to putting this on consent? Resolution 2025-782, the award of bid to the Amherst Veteran Memorial Capital Improvements. Any objection to putting this on consent? Resolution,
Just as an FYI, one of the things we're doing is we're adding the Space Force to the memorial.
excellent. There will be.
There will be.
Resolution 2025-783, change order to 30 South Cayuga site improvement. Any objection to putting that on consent? Okay. Resolution 784, budget transfers and amendments. Any objections to putting that on consent? Contract compliance. Resolution 2025-785, the award of bid to Avivio clarifier driver replacement units. Any objection to putting that on consent? Okay. Resolution 2025-786, award of New York State mini bid 2025034, plow and salter. Any objection to putting that on consent? Resolution 2025-787, award of bid for mini bid for 2025035. Any objection to putting that on consent? Okay. Going to engineering services, Resolution 2025-788, authorization to install fire hydrant, revised 669 Youngs Road. Any objection to putting that on consent? Moving on to highway, Resolution 2025-789, Holcomb Quarries purchase order. Any objections to putting that on consent?
No objection. I just want to, Highway Superintendent, I don't know if you saw my email this morning, but I did want to thank Vianne. We had a nice conversation and she answered all my questions. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. Resolution 2025-790, recreation attendant, part-time for senior services. Any objection to putting that on consent? Resolution 2025-791, the recreation attendant, 3 positions. Any objection to putting that on consent? Resolution 2025-792, leave of absence without pay, police department. Any objection to putting that on consent? Okay, planning department, 2025, resolution 2025-793, set the first of 2 public hearings required for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, FY 2026. Any objections to adding that to consent? Resolution 2025-794, travel request to Geocon Lake Placid, New York. Any objections to putting that on consent? Resolution 2025-795, the authorize the supervisor to sign the HUD 2025 Community Development Block Grant Contract. Any objections to putting that on consent? Resolution 2025-796, to authorize the supervisor to sign the HUD 2025 Home Investment Partnership Program. Any objections to putting that on consent? All right, Resolution 2025-797 has been withdrawn. Okay. So we move right into our senior services. Resolution 2025-798, travel authorization. Any objections to putting that on consent? Moving on to sewer plan. Resolution 2025-799, the replacement of intercom and camera server with additional work and equipment, digital surveillance solutions. Any objection to putting that on consent? Resolution 2025-800, telemetry at Tonawanda Creek and Ellicott Creek, a joint funding agreement to the U.S. Geological Survey. Any objections to putting that on consent? All right, moving into youth and recreation. The authorize the supervisor to sign the JCI Jones Chemical Contract Extension, CRS 5493. Any objections to putting that on consent? Resolution 2025-802, child daycare services agreement, CRS 5782. Any objections to putting that on consent? The North Forest Tennis Courts lighting upgrade, CRS 571, Resolution 2025-803. Any objections to putting that on consent? Resolution 2025-804, 30 South Cayuga lighting upgrade. Any objections to putting that on consent? Okay, moving on to communications. So communication 2025-888, Graythorne managers of traffic safety concerns, suggests we file and give to traffic safety.
And I believe engineering is also aware of this one. Yeah.
Traffic safety
Yeah.
is part of
They're all working on
engineering.
it. This letter came in earlier.
They've addressed this concern multiple times already.
But Brian, you're good for us to send it to you as well? All right, thank you. Communication 2025-89, notice of claim, John Fletch, suggests we receive and file and give it to our town attorney. Okay, any objection? Notice of claim, Kevin Maria, communication 2025-90, suggests we file and also give to our town attorney. Any objection? Summons and verify complaint, communication 2025-91, Mid-First Bank, First the Town of Amherst, suggests we file and also give to the town attorney. Any objection? Okay. Public improvement permits, resolution 2025-805. The permit fee and inspection cost of $40,000. Any objection to putting that on consent?
It's permit number 3137 for Sawyer's Landing.
Permit 3137, permit number 3137. Resolution 2025-806, private improvement permit 3138 Waterline. Any objection to putting that on consent? Resolution 2025-807, public improvement permit 3139 paving and curbing, 50 Dodge Road. Any objection to putting that on consent? Okay. So that's going to conclude today's work session. We do not have an executive session this afternoon.
Actually, I was hoping we could have one item on pending litigation. I just left downtown, and I'd like to update the board.
All right. Well,
Yeah, we can do that.
we can absolutely do that. So based on our attorney's most recent litigation proceedings this afternoon, we're going to go to work session. So I'm going to make a motion to move to work session.
Executive
No.
session.
Executive session.
Second.